Alright guys, it has been a good few weeks since I've been down here at the boat, and I thought I'm well overdue putting an update out on what I've been up to and how I'm progressing with the boat. It's a lovely day here in Gosport, although surprisingly it's actually very cold despite it being very sunny and nice. So there's a lot been going on last week and the week before that. I was away on a course. I've passed another skipper's course which I needed to do, which was great. So really happy with that. And yeah, there's a whole load of work going on inside the boat. So what we'll do, I'll take you on inside and I'll explain what I'm doing. Alright, we're now inside the boat. So you're going to notice, well, I'm not sure how well you notice, but I'll show you all this instrument panel behind has been stripped out. And effectively, I had a problem with the autopilot on this boat. And for a solo sailor, short of the mast falling down or something catastrophic, your autopilot is the most important piece of equipment if you've got a trip of over 24 hours, because at some point, if you're on your own, you have to sleep. You can't be on the helm or the tiller, in this case 24 hours a day. So certainly with the journey that I'm going to be undertaking next year, I actually have two autopilots, one as a backup. Anyway, one of them started to develop a fault, and I'm using a company called NKE. They're the people that make the autopilots. They're specialist autopilots. A lot of the race boats use them. All the Vendée Globe boats that go around the world often use them. And they're good, they're very good. But there's very few people that are sort of specialists and have a great deal of experience with them in this country. But luckily, I was put in contact with a guy who's been amazing. He came down to the boat, and upon going through all the wiring and looking at the setup, his opinion was, in order, effectively I just had to start again. There was a lot of wiring that he wasn't sure what was doing, and some of the autopilot equipment on board was redundant and not really needed. It's not just one thing, there's lots of different sensors that make up an autopilot. Without going into too much detail, I'll keep it simple. And so he said, if I was you, I would just rip all your electrics out and start again. And actually, they're one of the most important things on the boat is all your electrics and stuff. And so I made the decision that I was going to completely gut the boat from an electronics perspective and start again. And I'm doing the work along with this chap, Mark his name is. And I thought the reason, if I do it myself and with friends and people, I can see what's going on, because when you're out on your own and something goes wrong, you have to know how to fix it and you have to understand things. So I thought this was a good opportunity to learn and understand the boat. So there was a huge amount of wiring. This was just an absolute mess. All of this has come out. I've got a carbon fibre fascia plate that's going to go here. Then the instruments will be reinstalled. It will look so much smarter. I've also, around the back here, this is basically going to be the main, this is all going to be painted up, and I've got a special board to go here. And the electronics are all going to be placed here, all neatly wired. All the wires are going to be labelled, and I'll effectively end up with like a full wiring diagram. There's wires up here. These ones go around the back, and it's quite intimidating when you start ripping out wires. There's a lot of this like trunking here, cable trunking, which went here, which is not really needed so much anymore. So all this has to be rubbed down and sort of repainted and tidied up. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. You'll see the solar panel cables are sort of dangling down here. These all need to be tidied up, sort of put in sort of trunking that protects it all. And yes, it's not a 5-minute thing, but it will be worth it when the work is finished. So I'm actually having a whole new electrical system put in. So at the moment the boat runs on 12 volt gel batteries, marine gel batteries. And those batteries are going to stay in the boat, but I'm also having a lithium battery fitted. So I'll have my main electronic system on this boat will all run off a lithium system, which will be charged by the solar panels, and I'll have a hydro generator off the back of the boat, which turns a propeller in the water, which generates electricity. So that will be my main system, but as a backup, I'll be able to switch to the gel older batteries as well. So there's going to be 2 electrical systems on this boat, and I'm going down that route for redundancy and having a means of backing up. So if I lose all my power, I'd be very, very unlucky, especially now I'm going to have 2 sort of electrical systems on the boat. The engine is going to be taken out and completely rebuilt. That's here. It's just under here. A new replacement engine is £3,000. So it's not crazy money, but I can't really afford it. So what I'm doing is I've got someone who's going to help me rebuild it. So we're going to take it out, do a complete rebuild, change all the gaskets, and yeah, it should be pretty good. It will be like new when it goes back in. Paint all the block up, and it'll be really smart. Also, the temperature gauge isn't working, so I need to get that sorted out. There's loads of little jobs to do. For the next month, I'm pretty much working full time on this boat, like day in, day out, down here, doing all that I can. Specialist stuff, I'll have people help me. I've got the new piping for the ballast. Let me show you here. So these are ballast pipes. They pump, I can pump water behind here, and behind here is tanks to hold water. So when the boat's heeled over, this balances it out. It's very normal on race boats. So all this piping is being changed. Also look a lot smarter as well when that's all nice and new and fresh, new clips on as well, not all rusted off Jubilee clips. And there's going to be quite a bit of painting that I'm going to do. I'm going to repaint and tidy up, and it's certainly going to take the next month for sure. But I look at it as a good opportunity to get to know the boat. Yeah, so I've decided that I'm going to be filming updates on a weekly basis now. I've got to get back into the game of uploading. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy with it, and I'm here, there and everywhere, often quite busy doing various different things, and I travel a lot with my work and stuff. But no excuses, I want to start sharing this because the journey for me next year has started already. It started a long time ago, and this is a big part of the preparation, so I want to share it. So if you have any questions, guys, just drop them down below. This is a class 40, so it's a 40-foot race boat. It's a particular class, it's called a class 40, and I think in the next video, well, yeah, I need to have the standing rigging replaced on this boat, which is the backstays and the forestay. We'll look at that in another video because I've been waffling for a little while now. But guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to start trying to get some content up on more of a regular basis. Oh, I had a major problem actually. There was a computer on board the boat which is all in French, and for the life of me I couldn't figure out how to change the language to get it to English. But I found a computer guy in Basingstoke, and for £50 he wiped it all and reset it all up again. So I've got that's all done. So bit by bit I'm ticking jobs off, and like I still feel pretty overwhelmed. I still feel like I've bitten off way more than I can chew. Right now I still don't quite have enough money to do exactly what I need to do, but you know, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, wouldn't they, I guess. So that's what I tell myself. Anyway, guys, that's enough from me for today.